Hello, BTS lovers. Is it possible that two global stars, usually highlighted by flashes of cameras on a grandiose stage, can emit the same light amid harsh military training? How do Jungkook and Jimin, two BTS members who are currently serving in the military, continue to be in the spotlight even when they are far from the hustle and bustle of the entertainment world? The answers not only reflect their dedication, but also reveal the rarely seen human side of these world-class idols. As Jungkook and Jimin enter training camp, many fans around the world wonder, how will they cope with the transition from the glamorous life of a superstar to the harsh routine of a soldier? From grueling physical training to adjustment to strict discipline, this experience was clearly in stark contrast to their previous lives. However, surprisingly, both managed not only to fit in, but also to demonstrate incredible feats that made fellow soldiers inspired and proud. During the first few months of their training, stories of Jungkook and Jimin serving in the military began to spread. Although there was initially skepticism from some regarding their ability to serve this duty, both proved that they were not just ordinary soldiers. Jungkook, known for his strong physique and competitive spirit, quickly became one of the best warriors in physical training. He recorded the fastest time in the long-distance running test and showed incredible dexterity in training. Their coach even called him a valuable asset to his unit, mentioning that his passion and persistence were able to motivate the rest of his teammates. Meanwhile, Jimin showed impressive leadership. Although known as a gentle figure on the outside, in the military camp he was transformed into a strong and empathetic person. He often helped his colleagues in difficulty, provided moral support, and set an example in discipline. One fellow soldier recalled, "Jimin not only took himself to a higher level, but also encouraged us to do the same. His presence is precious." In addition to their performance of duty, Jungkook and Jimin's kindness also left a deep impression. In between strenuous training, they often find time to listen to their colleagues' complaints, provide motivation, and even help with small tasks that are often overlooked. One of the stories circulating is how Jungkook helped a new soldier who found it difficult to adapt to the military environment. Patiently, Jungkook guided him through basic exercises, even outside of official training hours. This makes the soldier feel accepted and confident to continue his duties, but on the other hand, Jimin is known for his warm and caring attitude. On one occasion, he arranged a small session to sing with his colleagues after a tiring day, using music as a way to build a spirit of togetherness. "It was a moment I will never forget," said one of the soldiers. "Jimin brought a sense of peace and spirit when we were under pressure." However, behind all these inspiring stories, there is an emotional side that many people are touched by. Jungkook and Jimin recently received a number of letters from their loyal fans. These letters are not just an expression of longing, but also a promise to remain faithful to wait for their return. One of the letters that went viral among fans wrote, "Dear Jungkook and Jimin, you may be far away, going through such a tough task, but we want you to know that our love will never diminish. We are proud of you, not only as our idols, but also as extraordinary individuals. We are willing to wait, however long it takes, until you come back and stand on stage again. Stay strong, because you are our pride." This letter, along with many others, is proof that the love and support of the fans continues to flow, even when they cannot see their idol in person. Jungkook and Jimin are said to be deeply touched by these letters. In an emotional moment, one of their fellow soldiers sees Jimin reading the letter with tears in his eyes, while Jungkook looks on with a small smile on his face. What makes Jungkook and Jimin's story during the draft so inspiring is how they remain role models, not only for their fans but also for fellow soldiers. They point out that status as celebrities does not mean they are immune from responsibility as citizens. "Looking at them, I learned that being big doesn't mean forgetting our roots," said one senior soldier. "They come here without arrogance, ready to learn, and give their best. That was a great lesson for all of us." With their achievements and attitude, Jungkook and Jimin not only proved themselves as formidable warriors, but also as human beings with big hearts. Their presence in the draft is clear proof that fame does not eliminate responsibility, but rather reinforces the commitment to give their best wherever they are. When their conscription period ends, one thing is certain: Jungkook and Jimin will return with inspiring stories. They will return to the stage with renewed vigor, bringing with them an experience that not only enriches them personally, but also deepens their relationship with fans and the world. However, until then, their fans continue to be patient, waiting with love and support. Because for the fans, Jungkook and Jimin are not only stars on stage, but also the light in their hearts, which will continue to shine, even in the darkest moments. The world is counting down the days until Jungkook and Jimin return. Social media is filled with messages of support, tribute videos, and even charity projects done on their behalf. The fans, who are often called the ARMY, want to show that their love is not only cheers at concerts, but also real actions that have a positive impact. Some fans started a social campaign to honor Jungkook and Jimin's devotion. Some donate books to libraries, support families, and build sports facilities in small communities. All this is done in the hope that their kindness can reflect the values that Jungkook and Jimin have been taught, both through their work and their example during the military service. Jimin, with a gentle smile, added, "This was an experience I never thought would teach so many lessons. I hope that what we have learned here we can share with the world, especially with those who have always believed in us." However, the most moving moment came when their unit, unbeknownst to Jungkook and Jimin, prepared a small surprise, a videotape of the fans sending messages of support. This video is played in the presence of the entire unit, making the atmosphere emotional. Even some soldiers who previously did not know BTS looked moved to see how much love the fans gave to these two idols. Jungkook seemed to close his eyes for a moment, trying to hide his tears, while Jimin couldn't help Haru. After the video finished, the two stood up, paid tribute to all their colleagues, and promised to continue to carry the same spirit wherever they went. When the long-awaited day finally arrived, the atmosphere outside the military base turned into a sea of love. Thousands of fans gathered, some coming from different countries, just to welcome the return of Jungkook and Jimin. Although fans were asked to maintain order, their zeal and enthusiasm were still felt. When Jungkook and Jimin stepped out of the gate of the base, they were greeted with loud cheers. The two looked a little surprised by such a big welcome, but their smiles showed deep gratitude. "I don't know what to say," Jungkook told reporters. "I just want to thank everyone who has waited for us patiently. We will be back with renewed energy to give you all the best." Jimin, holding tightly to a letter from one of the fans he once read at a military camp, added, "We have learned a lot during this time of duty. We look forward to sharing these lessons through our music and continuing to be a source of inspiration for everyone." The story of Jungkook and Jimin during their conscription has proven that they are more than just global idols. They are a symbol of dedication, humility, and the ability to face challenges with your head held high. Their experience inspired millions of people to see that behind great success, there are responsibilities and sacrifices to be lived.